Hi guys, it's Christine from Tamar's Hope, and I wanted to come on and do a video today. And this video is going to be quite different from the previous videos that I did regarding the International House of Prayer and the sexual allegations regarding the founder, Mike Bickle. So first I want to start off by saying that I have been just watching some of the videos that have been coming out on this, and although I have to say that I am so excited that people are speaking up for survivors and victims, and specifically in this case Jane Doe, I think that is absolutely wonderful. I do have to say, however, as a survivor myself, and I'm always going to come from that frame of reference because I am a survivor of this type of sexual abuse, and from spiritual abuse and sexual abuse. And if you go through my channel, you can read my story, or hear my story rather. And so I'm also coming from a place of being a mental health professional in the field of social work. And I think it's so important to realize that also with what's being put out there, I made a post yesterday, and the post was, I said, I believe that survivors are also exploited by advocates. And what I mean by that is right now it seems like everybody is really coming out of the woodwork and just really being, a sounding board for victims and for survivors, and once again, specifically in this case, Jane Doe. And although that's wonderful, I do have to say, as a survivor, that it's really interesting to see that, now that this is a hot topic, that people are coming out and they're speaking out against it. But my thing is that sexual abuse is going on every day and in every way, and not just when a prominent leader falls. And so although I am excited and I'm glad to see that this tide is turning, at the same time, I am, I'll be quite honest, frankly, I'm suspicious of people's motives at this point, because this is something that, has been going on for so long, and I'm just wondering why now that people are coming out and speaking out against it and being so adamant about, advocating for survivors and victims. Especially when, like I mentioned, this is something that is going on a daily basis. And I'm wondering, once this blows over and once this is not a quote-unquote hot topic anymore, if many of the people that I see that are covering this if they're going to move on to the next thing, or they're still going to continue to speak out on behalf of victims and survivors, and continue to be advocates. And so with that being said, I do want to go into the video that I have for today, and I wanted to talk about Mike Bickle, and I wanted to also share my experience with my perpetrator, who was in a spiritual leadership role over me, and the impact that it had on me. Because although I do, I do appreciate people that share their opinions and share, their whatever, frame of reference they're coming from spiritually, it really doesn't equate to actually being a survivor and having gone through it and having experienced it firsthand. And so